संसारभर दर वर्सा 10 जून हो दीस अल्कोहोलिक्स निनावी अल्कोहोलिक्स अनॉनिमस AA स्थापना दीस म्हणून मनवलो जाता. 1935 जाल्ल्या या संस्थेच्या स्थापनेची याद उरपा खातीर आणि सोऱ्याच्या अल्कोहोलिझम व्यसनाआड जागृताई हाडपा खातीर हो दीस पाळतात. एकमेकांच्या आधारांतल्यान आणि आधार पद्धतींतल्यान म्युच्युअल सपोर्ट सोऱ्याच्या व्यसनांतल्यान कशे बाहेर सरूंक येता रिकव्हरी हाची माहिती लोकांमेरेन पावोवप हो या दिसाचो मुख्य उद्देश आसा.
Welcoming 1 crore 10 lakh tourists last year, 2025. It's going to grow this year by another 10 lakhs. So I think it's a very important message. If somebody visits Goa and he can get access to the AA message, there's nothing like it. Going back home and bringing peace to himself, herself and her family and friends, nothing like it. So I've been thinking, like 26, 27, what I need to do. Like I've already been talking, some of our volunteers have come today, I requested them, I sent this message out. Because the important point here is that we need to reach out to people who have a lot of time. There are a lot of senior citizens who have a lot of time. You've got a phone, you've got WhatsApp, you can share a message, you can just pass on this poster message to so many people. So that connectivity, I think, is what we need to build. And every day I've been talking to the alcohol industry these days. For what reason? Very interesting. Because government says, पियाचा त्यांना तू बाटली रस्त्यार उडयता. ती बाटली रस्त्यार उडयता का मिशिनान घाल. बरें आहा, मिशिनान घालतलो जाल्यार पयला आनी 10 रुपया फारीक कर. And I'm thinking, first of all, the person has very little money to gather to drink, and now you're saying pay 10 rupees more. Of course, that is a different issue. But I think when we have alcohol available in our state, we must also look at those who are going to the bars at 5 in the morning, who are struggling, and this is what I'm thinking. In fact, I plan to meet the excise commissioner and call all the inspectors, please put this board in all the excise offices. So, while I'm selling alcohol, okay, that's my business, let's suppose. If somebody is affected by alcoholism, let him find a solution. Let him find support, solidarity. I am visiting various departments. I found a person the other day in the post office. So I went to the postmaster and I said, Madam, tu kide kotta? He is sleeping there. Talk.
Looked at as non-scientific by many of my senior colleagues, but recently science has 100% backed the validity of evidence that Alcohol Anonymous, when people choose this in addition to other treatment programs, the improvement rate is more than 40 to 60% than treatment alone. And it all has to do with fellowships, social interaction, communication, finding people who think like you, are you, and there is no kind of that patriarchal relationship or a fiduciary relationship where it's a doctor and client. Sometimes there is that subservient kind of outlook which even a doctor can portray. That is destroyed. Everyone's at one level and they are free to share, and that breaks the resistance which I have experienced myself when I refer clients. They come back to us in follow-ups and they tell stories which are sometimes difficult for the scientific mind to imagine, but there is magic in community, in relationships, in social acceptance, which people like us sometimes do not understand. And I would love to have more of my colleagues interact. I have told my colleagues, junior colleagues, to go visit AA meetings with permission of the members, of course, and experience how change occurs and how lives change for the betterment. Thank you once again for inviting me over here. So I would like to end my small talk.
Thank you so much, Doctor, and I am especially touched scientific knowledge is not sufficient, and that's all for you. I'd now like to call upon Sister Rose. Sister Rose has been a social worker for 25 years, and for 20 years she has worked specifically with alcoholics and drug addicts. So she has a wide experience with people like us, and she has also been an A-class trustee of Alcoholics Anonymous. So she is well versed not just with our alcoholism, but she's well versed with the process of recovery also. So Sister Rose, please.
Good evening, friends.